Hey there guys, and welcome back to another Forager Nuclear episode here on our little island. If you don't remember last episode, we went and finished our desert exploration, and we even went and explored the ancient tomb in the desert and got this thunder rod here, which actually, if we fire at a structure, like a furnace, it does damage to like resources and enemies, and increases the speed. I think it doubles the speed that structures go at. And that is the reason that we are now looking like this adventurer archaeologist. It's the best I could come up with. But either way, what I was originally going to do today is begin exploring the graveyard, but I actually have some other work I need to do first, which, as usual with these episodes, starts off with a little bit of island cleanup. So, what I'm going to do is, collect the resources from the top half of the grasslands. And there's so many slimes out today. Oh, can I move a single arrow? I didn't even think about that. But either way, let's do this. So guys, as you can see, I went and collected a bunch of resources from the top part of our island here, and what I'm going to do now is come here and clear out our little farm area. And while I do, I actually wanted to ask you guys a question, and I would like to know what kind of like resource collection you prefer. Like, do you guys prefer when I collect resources in a time lapse, or do you prefer when I like just go around and collect them normally and just kind of have a chat while I do and just sort of talk about either what I'm doing, my plans for the episode, or just random things really. But either way, leave a comment down in the comment section below telling me what you think. But on the topic of plans for this episode, actually, before we can start exploring the graveyard biome, we actually have some very important preparations we need to do first. We need to get ready to form the exploration team of our factory sort of group. And that all starts off with today building the construction center over here. And this is going to go down here. So, Jesus, there are so many slimes today. Why are there so many? Oh, that's annoying. I accidentally killed that guy before I could check if he has an egg. But still, why are there so many slimes? That's just, I don't get it. I really don't. But either way, what the first thing we need to do is clear out this area here. So what I'm going to do is start on that while I sort of explain to you guys what I mean by the construction center. And I'm actually going to just kind of boop, boop, boop. That should get a decent amount of it done for me. Oh, I didn't mean to kill that guy. Oh, that actually cooks the meat for me. But either way, so what is this construction center I keep talking about? Well, basically, a construction center is a little area here, which is part of our base, that is used as a sort of starting point to construct future research bases in different areas. So we can build the graveyard research team, the glacier research team, and the volcano research team later on. But it all starts with the construction base. However, I can't really start on making the construction base until we gather a few resources first. So, first job will be to take this Thunderstrike potion out of my hotbar. I remember why I have a key. The second job, anyway, is to use this wisdom drawer and this Thunderstrike potion and start collecting resources. And basically, we need to level up quickly. And I'd like to do it fast. So, what I'm planning to do is come over here and let's just collect up these items. I don't want to just destroy them and leave them there. I would actually like them. But either way, plan is to come over and clear out these items, get the XP and get the resources as well. And while we're here, I might actually show you this, how quickly this thunder rod can melt through resources. The only problem with it is that you get less XP from breaking items with it than you do from just breaking them normally. But either way, coming through here, what I am going to do is, like I said, collect up some resources from around here. And I think I'm going to start by coming over here and turning on this obelisk. And with that done, what I can do is start using this thunder rod to take out some of the sort of easier to destroy ones and weaken the harder to destroy ones, which means it takes less swings for my pickaxe to destroy them, obviously, but I still get a good amount of XP from it because, as you can see, I'm getting like hundreds of XP. But either way, what I'm going to do is continue doing this and I will see when it's done. So let's do this. So guys, as you can see, I've cleared out, all of the resources from this quarry, but we still haven't leveled up yet, sadly. So we're not quite ready to begin construction of the, construction center. But either way, that's a simple enough fix. What I'm going to do is just sort of head around here and talk a bit more about sort of what other things we'll need to build this. So to start off with, obviously, we're leveling up. And the reason we're leveling up is actually so that we can unlock the recipe, I guess, so that we can build a stone masonry table, so we can then construct walls and floorings. And once we've done that, we can build it, construct the flooring in the wall and the gates for the construction center, and then once we've constructed the gates, we can then, and the walls and the flooring, we can then move the masonry table inside and have it as part of it, so we can construct walls and floorings for future research bases. And another thing that we're trying to go and unlock as a skill today is, what they called, like woodworking tables. I will buy. It's plastic. The plastic will be useful later. Not now, but in quite a while it will. But either way, coming through here and clearing out all of these resources. And I like this Thunderstrike potion when I need it, but it can also be really annoying when it just starts destroying everything and you have no way of turning it off. Because then, it leaves, resources, that's the word. It leaves, empty resources just lying about everywhere. And you just gotta go around and collect them all. It is actually another method there's a watcher up here. To solve this puzzle, you don't need the Thunder Rod if you have Thunderstrike potions, because you can just use a Thunderstrike potion and then it'll work on it. But either way, coming through here and clearing out these resources. Oh no. Okay, our farm is harvestable. So what I'm gonna do is come through here, and this is why I don't like coming near the farm while it's active, because it just harvests the farm for me, whether I want to harvest it or not. It's just like, yep, let's harvest. That's why I don't really like using them that often, but I'll use them to clear out the quarry quicker. But other than that, I really don't like it. So guys, as you can see, I've replanted the entirety of the farm, and our Thunderstrike potion is still going. But either way, what I'm going to do is, because hopefully looking at that, it's nearly run out of juice, I guess? Would be the right word for it. Either way, it looks like it's nearly run out of energy, so after it has run out, I'm going to go to our favourite place, Vault Island, and actually check in on the amount of some of the resources we have. And I may need to make some more resources / gather some more, depending on what we do and don't have. But either way, looking at that, the Thunderstruck potion is now finished with. So, coming through here, and down past the museum, I need to clean up here by the base again. Okay. And over here on Vault Island, looking at, where is it? Is it my inventory? Oh, glass is in my inventory. I may need to expand this actually, but I don't want to go upwards because I need that area open. It should be fine for now. I have 132 plastic. I can go down actually. Okay. Let's build a bunch of bridges here. And there we go. With that done, hopefully I should just be able to come over here and not farming. Economic. Oh, I need more brick. Okay. Well, that's easy to get. I can just come over here and let's make 50 lots of it. That way we'll have a little bit extra. Or that seems excessive. Oh, I just looked back at a bunch of the old footage from this episode, and I'm glad I did because for some reason didn't save a bunch of it, but it's okay because all I really did was just go and harvest the farm again. And looking at this, we're actually nearly leveled up again, which is good, but okay, yeah. I think if I remember correctly, what I was doing is I was going to come over here and make a bunch more fish. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and use the Thunderrod to finish off that steel, I think. And oh, there's another skeleton here as well. And put our fish on to cook. Oh, my train of thought's been thrown off now. But why are there so many skeletons here? There's so many monsters here today, and I don't know why. But either way, coming through here and building another vault down here on Vault Island. It's can't even call it an island anymore because it's that's a loud noise. It's growing quite a bit. But either way, I'm actually going to quickly sell all of that, and we are so close to leveling up again. So what I'm going to do, harvest these chickens here, and there we go. So what I'm going to do is come over here into skills and get the masonry skill, which unlocks masonry tables, and structures cost 25% less stone and brick. So with that unlocked, what I can do is come over here and deal with the slime. I don't know why there's so many of these things around. And quickly come into build, farming, and just temporarily build one there. And get it to make a bunch of... I don't want to do royal stuff. Okay, let's... You know what? I am going to put on a bunch of brick to make, and while that's making, what I'm going to do is go out and collect the resources from this bottom part of our grassland island here. So, I'll see you when it's done. Let's do this. So guys, with that, the whole bottom part of the island has been cleared out of resources, and we don't have many. We don't have many bricks, but 7. It's enough for 7 of the flooring, which is enough for now. It's enough for a start. What I can do is, I think I'm going to put down the flooring for where the thing itself is going to go, the masonry table, and then move it down there. And then once I've moved it, I can start putting walls in. And once I put the walls into place, then by then hopefully there should be enough bricks made up to make the rest of the flooring that we need. But either way, what I'm going to do is come over here, move all of those bricks into there, and there's another empty slot here which I'm going to put this uncooked meat into, and I'm actually going to put this, you know, there's no point in putting uncooked fish away, because, well, whenever our fishing traps make more, it'll just instantly go into my into wherever it is. But as soon as we like cook the fish, then we always cook all of the fish we hold when we do it, because, I mean, there's no point not to, really. At least not that I can see. And then all of the stuff in the vault would go away, and then it wouldn't be any vault, it would just go into my inventory anyway. So, it's better just to have a slot reserved for it, in my opinion. I don't know if that made any sense. I actually had a question for you guys, and it's about sort of, I'm curious, what kind of games would you guys say are your favorites? Now, I'm not talking about like genre, I'm not talking about like platformer, survival, fighting, etc. I'm talking about the classic conundrum of what is better, 2D games or 3D games? Because I would argue, now this might be an unpopular opinion, but I would say that I think 2D games are better. Just, I don't know, it's just something about them. Maybe I'm just nostalgic, but I just prefer them. I usually like their art styles more. I really like art styles like this game has, and there's this one game called, there's so many slimes. That's not what the game is called. There's not a game called There Are So Many Slimes, but it's called Octopath Traveler, and it's just got like a really beautiful art style in my opinion. But then there are like 3D games with really beautiful art styles as well, such as Ark. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's called Ark Survival Evolved. It's such a beautiful game, and I don't know, but just as a whole, I'd argue that I prefer 2D games. But yeah, comment down below, tell me your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you guys think. But anyway, with that, that's actually perfect timing because our brick floor has just finished being produced. So, what I'm going to do is destroy this masonry table here. And with that done, I'm going to come down here and 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And I think you actually move possibly faster on the flooring. But either way, I'm going to come down here and rebuild that masonry table there and get that working on a bunch of glass walls, which is why we made all that glass from before. And once those are produced, I can begin working on the main walls of this little area, and then this can become the construction center for any future building projects we have. And this episode has sort of become not very exploration based and very just getting our base more set up and clean, but I think that is good personally because it'll be useful in the long run. But once again, comment what you think. Tell me, do you prefer the exploration videos, the more base setup videos, or do you like a mix of the two? Like sometimes we do exploration, other times we do like cleaning up and construction on our base. But either way, obviously we've got to wait for those to produce, and in the meantime, there's one other thing I would like to get unlocked, which will really help us with decorating, and obviously to do that, we need to level up again. So, what I'm going to do is come down here, and I can't quite reach it yet. Okay. Destroy this big obsidian rock here as well, which doesn't look like it would drop obsidian to me. It just kind of looks like it would just drop a lot of coal, because it just looks like a giant, although I guess it does drop quite a bit of coal. It just looks like a giant coal rock to me. But either way, the point is, oh, there wasn't really a point to that, but I've activated the obelisks, and now I'm going to go around and collect a bunch of resources from this quarry here, and hopefully get a bunch of XP whilst getting materials and whilst our glass walls produce. So, I will see you when it's done. Let's do this. Actually, no, I'm not going to do another time lapse because I feel like I've done quite a few of them this episode, and I did ask you earlier in the episode, at least I think I did if I remember correctly, to say whether you prefer, I don't have one, I was going to drink a wisdom drop, but I don't have one, to say whether you prefer resource gathering through time-lapse or through me just sort of mining it and talking. So, what I'm going to do is, because I've done a lot of time-lapses already this episode, do the just collecting it and talking one, and sort of, so you can see them both and comment your opinion down below. Did these resources regenerate? They must have. I was actually wondering, what... I have a question for you guys. No, isn't really a question. Actually, no, it's not really a question as much as it's just me talking about something that I've been thinking about recently. But I've been thinking about, with this game, and maybe even Slime Rancher, if I like live streamed it, I might think about it a bit more. But with Forager, if there was a bit that I would live stream, it's kind of later on anyway. But with Slime Rancher, like live streaming the Quicksilver minigame, I think that video should be out by now. Obviously, I pre-record them in advance, so I'm not certain, but I think it is. Yeah, that video should be out by now. But yeah, instead of doing that in like a video process, like live streaming it, and then just sort of, well, instead of just doing jump cuts while we wait for the generators to reset, then just sort of doing a Q&A and getting questions from you guys and answering any that you give me. But anyway, I just thought that could be interesting, really. And coming through here, we've cleared out this top corner already, and it's used up a lot of our energy bar, but we're getting there in XP. I think we're about... Okay, we're still under a third of what we need to level up again, but we're getting there. It's about the journey of collecting the XP. I don't know what I'm on about. I'm a bit tired. I'm kind of recording this late at night because it's the only time I really have to right now. But still, I'm just a bit tired, to be honest. I don't know if you can tell, but still, coming through here and trying to, you know what? Instead of trying to aim at this cactus, I'm just gonna destroy it like that, and then that just gets rid of it. And then, oh, I'm exhausted. So, eating some of this fish that we've recently and freshly cooked up. I was doing a bunch of research about snakes earlier, and specifically about corn snakes in particular. And they have some quite interesting requirements about how they need to be like kept in captivity if you were to keep them as pets. And it's just interesting that people like, I don't know, I just think it's really cool that people are that dedicated to them, that they like spend the time to care about them. I mean, they're important, they need to be cared for, and well, I mean, obviously they can survive on their own in the wild, but in captivity you need to make sure you know how to care for them. And I think it's just really nice that people put in the effort. And it is interesting how specific it gets though, because especially with temperatures, of it being like the ideal temperature for a corn snake in the basking zone is like 28 to 30 degrees, but in the cool area of the vivarium, I think is the word for it, it should be like 20 to 24, and there should be like a gradient between the two. All because snakes are ectothermic and can't control their own body temperature. I just thought it was interesting. Either way, after this crystal rock here, I think that hopefully at least a few of our glass walls should be produced, enough at least for us to get started. And there's another skeleton here. I'm gonna go around and looking at this, not all of them are produced, but like I said, a decent enough to get started are. But I actually need to clear up this area, and I might go clear up our main factory again quickly and make sure there aren't any pesky slimes and skeletons running around in it. And looking at this, there thankfully aren't. And can I fix you? I'm getting near the point with my pickaxe level now, where I could probably break those fishing traps in one hit, which would not be great if I did that by accident. What I might actually do is come around here and build bridges on the bits around where the wall itself is gonna go. That way you can still like walk around the construction center, even when the full wall has been like put up. But either way, the wall goes in like this, and I quite like the glass wall. I think it looks pretty nice. If you're wondering the reason I'm leaving like gaps in it, is to put gates in to get in and out. And obviously don't need 3 gates, but I think it like looks nicer with the 3. And I'm actually going to leave that there, actually. And I might put a vault in here for like basic building materials to be stored in. And you go in there, and that's another gap for a gate. And I can make 3 gates before I continue making the walls, which I think I'm going to do. In the meantime, while we wait for those final couple to be made, I'm just going to come around and continue collecting these resources. It's a bit annoying how long it takes things to make sometimes in this game. Wait, I don't know what, I've just thought, why aren't I just using the thunder rod to speed it up? I guess it does use a lot of energy, and it needs to obviously recharge. But either way, with those done, I'm going to come through here and put these 3 glass gates on to make. 3. In the meantime, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 more glass walls after these gates are done. So, oh, this area here needs to be cleaned up. Okay, while those are being produced, I'm going to start on clearing up this area here. And actually might go... Okay, I'm going to clean up this area here, then collect up the gates once they're ready. And then after that, I'm going to go up and check on the market, because I think theoretically... I have 11 of those, okay, I don't need to grab any more. Theoretically, the market should have restocked by now. And we might be able to grab something good from there. I mean, there might actually be another skill I can get, which will make the market better. There's this one here, but I mean, this is the one I want to get, carpentry. Unlocks carpentry stations and structures cost 25% less wood, which isn't like for the extra wood, it's just for the carpentry stations, because they like let you make decorations like chairs and benches and stuff, which mostly don't need it for like the research station at all, but I think it'll look nice. And coming in here, we can pick up those, and I think I said 8 gates. No, not gates. 8 walls, that's the word. If you're wondering the reason I went silent for that, was because I forgot what the word walls was. Like, absolute genius that I am. I'm hoping that that's enough glass to do this, but it might not be. No, it's only enough to make 5. Okay. In that case, what I'm gonna do is clear up these resources and go check out the market, and we need 24 more glass, which means we need 48 sand. I currently have 42, so we need 6 more sand. So hopefully I can find a couple of digging spots along the way, or my fishing farms can just sort of passively collect sand as we go along, which they seem to be doing. So hopefully we should get the last couple of bits of sand that we need fairly soon, and then I can start on producing the last of the glass walls I need. And whilst that happens, I can begin at making the brick floorings and, well, installing the brick flooring within our lovely little construction center. But either way, coming through here and seeing what the market has to sell: builder skulls, beds, cosmic wool, blue dye, lavenders, those will be useful later. Builder skulls. I know what they do. They make structures give us XP when they finish, I think. Oh no, just boost the efficiency of structures. That's still useful though. It's not quite what I thought it did, but it's useful. But either way, I feel like I've over-talked now. So, what I'm gonna do is go on a quick time-lapse cleanup of the desert area here, and I will see you when that is done. So, let's do this. Sorry to cut the time lapse short, guys, but as you can see, I was clearing up this farm here, and I just saw this merchant guy over here who's selling 2 great skulls, 2 spirit orbs, of which I can afford 1, and an atomic bomb. So what I'm gonna do is take the spirit orb, and I'm gonna go for the instant level up. Okay, and then that way I can get this next skill that I need. And, or the next skill that I want, not necessarily need. And from there, we can start working towards some skills that will be more useful in the future, rather than just for our building projects now. But anyway, going back to the time lapse, I will see you in a bit. Let's do this. So guys, as you can see, I collected up a bunch of resources from around, and I actually put on a bunch of these brick floors to make because we finished with installing the walls. And what I'm actually going to do is put them over there. And I will not be building a carpentry station yet because we do not have the bricks for it. But hopefully now we should. So I'm coming over here, carpentry station, and there we go. And hopefully soon we'll actually have enough brick to build a vault in here as well for, like I said before, storing like basic resources that can be used in building. But sadly we can't actually put a flooring where this obelisk is, but at the same time I feel like it could look kind of nice, just kind of poking through the floor, if that makes sense. But either way, with all that aside, I've actually just looked at or thought about how long this video is going to end up getting, and I actually need to put these great skulls away. But either way, I may actually have to end up cutting it there for now, but I've blast playing this, and I think, yeah, I would say that it's operational for now. The construction center is operational, whereas maybe not fully complete. It functions. It does what it's meant to do. It lets us build floorings, walls, gates, and if I come over here just to show you, lets us make all these different kinds of furniture, flower pots, benches, thrones, different kinds of statues, display cases, training dummies, all sorts of items that can be used in an expedition zone. But either way, without further ado, I'm going to end the episode there, guys. And like I said before, I've had a blast playing today, and I always love playing this game. It's just really fun, and I hope you have as much of a fun time watching as I have playing. But either way, make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section below saying what you think, and like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to see more content like this, or just like this in the future, and share my channel with your friends to spread me around and let more people know that I'm here playing games for them. But either way, until next time, I'll see you later. Bye bye. I now declare this base officially being upgraded. And I now declare this construction center officially fully operational. Mwahaha.